I'm gonna go with my boy Shakur. I just think he'll just keep the distance, keep it clean, fight when he needs to, box when he needs to. But I do like Lopez. He's very athletic. He knows how to box, and I think when he's an occasion like this, he does rise to it. But I just think Shakur's been around the world as an amateur as well as a pro. I think he's more of a seasoned fighter.
The boxing world is completely divided right now. Every expert you talk to has a different take on whether Teofimo Lopez is the exact type of riddle that Shakur Stevenson has never actually figured out, or if Stevenson represents that perfect stylistic matchup that will highlight every weakness Lopez has been trying to hide.
Tim Bradley said that he feels like Shakur Stevenson can hurt you. Not necessarily with power, but by frustrating you, controlling the distance, nullifying your offense, just making you look bad. He said that he feels like Shakur has superior boxing IQ compared to you.
That's cool. That's his opinion. That's cool. Everybody has an opinion, like an apple. You know? So,
I swear I wish I could be like you. I swear I wish I could be like you too.
What's that?
Just be like, they say whatever, it's fine. I'd be like, say what?
He also said don't run from Shakur.
yeah. I mean, hey, I put on boxing shoes, not track shoes. So yeah, I'm excited for it all, man.
This single bout has sparked so much conversation that it's become one of the most anticipated clashes heading into early 2026. Their showdown at Madison Square Garden means way more than just another championship fight. Lopez sits right at the heart of all this buzz, and honestly, he's never been easy to categorize. His whole career reads like a series of contradictions. One night, he's unstoppable. The next, he's underwhelming. He can look absolutely devastating when the lights are brightest, then turn around and leave you scratching your head when he's supposed to dominate. You can see his raw talent immediately. It practically leaps through the screen at you. But outside those ropes, his antics keep him in the headlines, whether that's his plan or not. Here's what's interesting about Lopez, though. Doubt seems to unlock something in him. The more people question him, the better he tends to perform. That same dynamic is playing out again as he gets ready to put his WBO super lightweight belt on the line against Stevenson this January 31st. Even though he's the defending champion, Lopez is walking into this as the guy everyone's questioning. Stevenson comes in as the betting favorite, seen as the cleaner option because of his defensive mastery and razor-sharp counterattacks.
Is Teofimo Lopez Shakur Stevenson? Damn it. First of all, Teofimo Lopez, you an attention whore. You always trying to get yourself and infuse yourself in something like you somebody. Bro, you ain't got in the ring and fought nobody, and it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Okay, you fought Barboza. Congratulations, you fought and beat Barboza. Yeah, but you had so much smoke, you ducked. Yeah, what happened to the Haney fight? Yeah, the Haney fight would have been probably better suited for you if you fought Haney, but now you finna fight another GOAT of another generation of this generation. That's gonna be a problem, my big dog. I'm letting you know, and your fans know too. That's gonna be a problem because Teofimo Lopez, you're not beating Shakur Stevenson. You're not. No. I know your habits. He knows your habits. He sees already how to beat you. He knows already how to beat you.
What Stevenson does better than almost anyone is control every aspect of a fight. People are calling him the most technically gifted defensive specialist we're seeing right now. He makes guys miss by the smallest margins, then punishes them just enough to steal rounds without taking unnecessary chances. That approach has left pressure fighters and slick boxers equally frustrated. For Lopez, this should be concerning because his track record against fighters who won't stand and trade tells a story. Look at what happened with Jamaine Ortiz. Ortiz kept moving, hitting and getting out, forcing Lopez to constantly reset his offense. Sandor Martin used similar tactics, working angles and staying patient to neutralize Lopez's attack. Neither of those guys had the complete skill package that Stevenson brings, which is exactly why so many people think this challenge could be his toughest yet.
You know, Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. Who do you think wins that fight?
Oh yeah, that's a hell of a fight. I'm gonna go with Shakur. I think Shakur, I don't know. He just gonna win. I just know Shakur gonna win. He gonna, yeah. Cause I feel like Jamaine Ortiz gave Teo some problems, right, with their angles and stuff like that. And Shakur defense is a next level from compared to Jamaine Ortiz. So I feel like
most people think Stevenson will stay just outside the danger zone, pile up points, and cruise to a decision that changes everything at 140 pounds. The odds makers clearly agree, installing Stevenson as a solid favorite. When you break it down on paper, that logic holds up. But here's the thing about Lopez. His career has made a habit of tearing up those paper predictions. Remember when Lopez stepped up to face Vasily Lomachenko back in 2020? Almost everyone thought he'd get schooled. Lomachenko was supposed to be too fast, too crafty, too experienced. What actually happened shocked the boxing world. Lopez came out blazing early. Then when it mattered most, he unleashed almost 100 punches in that final round to lock up a decision that changed his entire trajectory. That performance cemented his reputation as someone who elevates his game when the pressure feels impossible.
Let's bet 10K on it.
Bet.
Great.
Bet.
Will, who do you think's gonna win?
Who is this?
Tio and Shakur. They're fighting next month at Barclays. I'm be there. You'll be there?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I get to see your live reaction when I take your money.
Little bro walking away with that. You gonna see.
Nah, Shakur is not to be, but Tio's good.
Tio's good for what he do, but he's been washed.
Nah.
We saw the exact same pattern 3 years later when he faced Josh Taylor. Once again, Lopez entered as the underdog against a champion known for bringing the fight and applying constant pressure. Right there in Madison Square Garden's theater, Lopez met that pressure head-on, using his speed and explosive power to take command and win decisively. The whole build-up was messy, full of drama and distractions, but somehow that chaos seemed to make him more focused instead of throwing him off his game. Even with those career-defining wins, Lopez's spot among boxing's absolute best remains murky. He still hasn't cracked any pound-for-pound rankings, mainly because his performances can swing from brilliant to mediocre fight to fight. When everything clicks, he looks unbeatable. When it doesn't, he seems disconnected or just flat. His last time out gave reason for optimism, though. Against Arnold Barboza Jr., Lopez put together a comprehensive decision victory in Times Square, staying composed and in control for 12 rounds. That performance quieted some doubters, especially since people were calling Barboza a live upset threat going in. But you can't ignore the less impressive showings, like that sluggish 12-round rind against Steve Claggett, a fight where most people expected Lopez to look dominant.
It's a very special fight. It's the type of matchups we always are acting for. When it comes to explosiveness, I would have to go with Tio. When it comes to actual rapid speed, I would have to go with Tio. But when it comes to body punching, when it comes to good timing, when it comes to craft, I would have to give all of that to Shakur Stevenson.
His specialty is his counterpunching. Listen, if Stevenson wants to be on his stick and move game, very difficult style matchup for Teofimo, and maybe not that entertaining to the fans.
Because Stevenson's longer.
Exactly.
Stevenson's defense probably the best in the game, and he's longer.
Great reflexes and timing, and so does Teo. That's why he's a great counterpuncher. But Teo's, he's a very special athlete.
You asked about Teo. I actually think this fight is about Teofimo more than it is about Shakur Stevenson. And the reason I say that is it's what Doug said. When Teofimo Lopez rises to the occasion, he looks like a guy that can't be beat sometimes. And I say it's really about Teo here because Shakur, like you said, he's the favorite, 3.5 to 1 favorite right now. He's the one moving up in weight. And if you look at it stylistically, Shakur, right, he's the better boxer. We've seen Teo have problems with, fast and fleet boxers like Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz. But then you think about sometimes when Teo rises to the occasion, but everyone was picking Josh Taylor that you spoke to in boxing. Yeah. And we saw what Teo did to Josh Taylor. We saw what Teo did to Lomachenko. And one of the things that I think that gets lost in that fight against Lomachenko is Teo threw more than 100 punches in the final round to make sure he won that fight.
Hearing what boxing legends and insiders are saying just adds more fuel to this debate. Roy Jones Jr. thinks Lopez can't afford to play it cautious. The way Jones sees it, staying on the outside would be suicide, because Stevenson's precision and timing would pick him apart slowly but surely. Jones believes Lopez has to be willing to take some shots to land his own. That calculated risk-taking is his only real chance.
Stylistically, man, how does Shakur beat Teo and vice versa? Stylistically, how does Teo beat Shakur?
Stylistically, Teo got to go in and go for broke. He got to go gamble, he got to take some, get some, and that's his only way to win. If he stays outside and boxes, Shakur gonna pick him apart. Shakur's a polished boxer with some of the best speed in the game right now. And he's a defensive-minded fighter, which is very smart. It's hard to hit him. He makes you gamble to hit him, and he's going to be a tough one to deal with. But if Teofimo is willing to gamble to beat him, then Teofimo can definitely make it a very good fight.
You're hearing similar thoughts from other corners. People are saying Lopez's willingness to engage will determine whether this fight catches fire or fizzles out. Abel Sanchez, who's made a career out of developing relentless pressure fighters, thinks it's on Lopez to force the action. If both guys decide to wait, this could turn into a snoozer. Sanchez does see this as pretty evenly matched though, expecting a fight with strong rounds on both sides that might leave the judges with a really tough call.
Shakur's a great talent, and Teofimo looked great in his last fight. Of course, he didn't have Shakur in front of him, but I think that for Shakur, he has to keep the fight at his distance. If he does that, I think it's a win for him. Teofimo, he's more, he wants to draw you in, he wants to counterpunch. He's going to have to be a different guy this time. He's going to have to attack. He's going to have to be leading the fight, or else it's going to be a boring fight. I don't think it'll be a boring fight, but if he sits back and waits for Shakur's going to wait for him, then it's not going to be exciting. But I think Teofimo will attack. I think Teofimo has to attack. I think Teofimo has to do what Zepeda did, except for Teofimo's a lot more talented than Zepeda was. So I think that, I honestly, I see a draw.
Not everyone's expecting it to be that close though. Amir Khan is leaning toward Lopez, and he's got first-hand knowledge of what Lopez brings in terms of power and versatility. Khan sees Lopez as someone who can flip that switch and raise his intensity level when he needs to. And he doesn't think Stevenson has proven himself against someone who combines Lopez's speed with his strength. The fact that Stevenson is moving up in weight just adds another question mark about whether his skills will carry over against naturally bigger fighters.
And giving us the kind of fight that I think the public is looking for.
Other predictions are swinging completely the other way. Zab Judah sees Stevenson overwhelming Lopez with pure skill and pace, arguing that Lopez has never dealt with this level of defensive sophistication before. Judah still expects fireworks and doesn't think either guy will back down from exchanges, but he sees Stevenson taking control as the fight develops.
Stevenson, Lopez is a very good fighter, bro. I've trained with him. I've had him on the pod. He bangs hard. He's a good all-round boxer, slick. A lot of people don't give him the credit for how good of a boxer he is. Look, he's the type of guy I know about Lopez is that when he has to turn it up, he turns it up. And I think with someone like Shakur, he will have to turn it up big time. And obviously Shakur, we've not really seen him in the deep end. Look at Lopez. He's fought the likes of Lomachenko. He's beaten some great names on.
Clarissa Shields is also backing Stevenson, highlighting his ring IQ and ability to make adjustments. She sees him as a fighter who's always thinking 3 moves ahead. Someone who can adapt mid-fight and take advantage of even the smallest mistakes. While she respects Lopez's athletic ability and experience, Shields thinks people might be sleeping on how much power and precision Stevenson actually has.
You got Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez. What a fight, huh?
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
Shakur and Teofimo?
Yeah, what do you like about it?
It's two dog fighters. You got 2 dog fighters that's coming in there to solidify themselves as the game changer. Teo's not gonna lay down. Shakur is not gonna lay down. It's gonna be skill versus skill. Teo's a very talented, skillful fighter. Shakur is a very extremely talented, skillful fighter. And yes, we're gonna see a hell of a great chess match that night.
Yeah, I believe so. Now, I think in your earlier predictions, you felt like Shakur will be stopping Teo? Am I right?
Annihilation, decapitation. Is that what you're talking about? You going back to my comments? Yeah. I feel like Teo's a very dominant force, but I just think that the skills of Shakur Stevens is gonna overwhelm Teo.
Current fighters are split too. Ryan Garcia likes Stevenson in this matchup, saying Lopez does his best work against opponents who come forward and give him counter-punching opportunities. Against someone who's going to make him chase, Lopez might have trouble keeping up that pressure. Garcia wonders if Lopez can maintain the aggression he'll need to corner a mover like Stevenson for a full 12 rounds.
My thoughts is that's going to be a very competitive fight. I think that Teo is very athletic. He's very experienced, but Shakur is the man. Shakur is hard to beat. He's skilled. Shakur is skilled. Shakur man, the dude got power. He can fight any style. He's a thinker. He's 5 steps ahead of you. Whatever you thinking you're going to do, Shakur 5 steps ahead of you. So I look forward to seeing this fight. I think it's going to be good, but I feel like Shakur is going to come out on top. He's going to win. And hopefully Tio don't have his hands down and he get caught slipping because Shakur has been showing some power.
Is this like a Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns type of fight? This is this era's Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns?
We got 2 slick fighters. No.
It's not that way.
No, it's like a, I don't know.
Benitez in the right
If you
now?
want to say like a Pernell Whitaker versus a Sugar Ray Leonard type of deal. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, yeah, both athletic, both sharp, both really good on their defense, both just very explosive. Like, it's one of them fights. Like, you talking about Marvin Hagler? He used to come and get you. Like, Shakur can do that. Now you don't know what he's gonna do for this fight. You don't know, but I know he's gonna do whatever he gotta do to win.
On the flip side, O'Shaquie Foster, who's actually shared sparring sessions with Stevenson, sees potential problems for the challenger. Foster thinks Stevenson performs best when he feels like he's the superior athlete in there. The issue is that, in Lopez, Foster sees someone who can match or maybe even exceed what Stevenson brings physically.
I got Shakur Stevenson beat him.
You got Shakur? You don't think Tio's gonna win?
Nah, bro. Nah.
Damn, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I got
crazy.
Tio too, bro.
You guys got Tio? How much you guys want to bet, bro?
I got Tio.
How much you guys want to bet? Anytime.
Bet, bro. I don't got money compared to you.
Nah, I'll bet. Hey, I'll bet in your tax bracket, bro.
100. Let's do 100.
I'll bet 100, bro. Let's
bet 100.
Yeah, let's do 100.
I'll bet 500 on Tio. And what form or style you think Shakur would beat Tio?
Boxing him like he always does, bro.
You think it's going to decision?
Tio down? Nah. Tio, they're gonna be playing chess for a little bit, and then Shakur's gonna break away by like the 4th, 5th, 6th, and then it's gonna get ugly by like the 9th, 10th. I think Shakur gonna start picking them apart nasty.
I don't see that happening. I see Shakur on his pedal bike all night.
Nah, bro. What? Teofimo don't even put pressure like that. How can he be on a pedal bike if he don't put no pressure, real pressure like that?
But Tio could crack a little bit.
Yeah, he could crack, but he's not a pressure fighter.
They
so
both got tough
why
ass
would
defense, though.
Yeah, Shakur just has to watch for a single shot here, single shot there. He's not gonna worry about volume, coming forward, hard hitting guys. He's gonna be watching for 1, 2 shots at a time. Teofimo just doesn't put pressure like that for Shakur to even run. You know, it's just that's just what it is. Unless he changes up his whole game plan and his whole fighting style.
All these different viewpoints are building toward what should be an incredible fight night. The undercard is loaded with multiple title fights and big names, but everyone's focus keeps coming back to the main event, where we'll finally get answers to all these questions. Is Lopez really at his peak when people doubt him, ready to upset another elite fighter? Or will Stevenson's methodical approach shut down that chaos and announce his arrival as the new force to be reckoned with in this division? As we head into 2026, this fight feels like it's going to tell us a lot about who's ready to lead the next generation and who needs to go back to the drawing board when that final bell rings.
You said, my opinion on him and Tio?
Yeah, do you think he beats him? Because essentially, if he beats him, I assume he would probably stay at 140 then.
Nah, styles make fights. I don't know. I don't really see. I think that's a bad style matchup for Shakur.
Really? You're like the 10th person that's told me this. I kid you not. Like, it's just because I know the obvious people will be like, Shakur's undefeated. He's a defensive fighter. Tio's kind of struggled with the boxer, but I've just talked to someone again today. Like, everyone favors kind of like Tio for some reason, just from what I've talked to. So why is that? Because you sparred Shakur, and I guess you would know better. So I mean,
Shakur, he likes to be the most athletic guy in the ring. When he's not, he has problems. Shakur he's a right-hander fighting out of southpaw stance. So when you meet guys like that's athleticism that fight with their strong hand in the back, you're gonna have to rely on more than just your jab and the rangefinder. You know what I mean? Like, you tell me, do he got a solid left hand?
I mean, I haven't been punched.
You seen him
so.
throw it. You seen him throw it, but you've never seen him hurt or knock nobody out with it. So I just think when you meet certain guys, that's why I say the style.